Good morning, Sir Jason Pu Jr. I am Aiki Garcia, the representative of our group. Today, my group and I will discuss our advocacy titled Project Pag-Asa Seeds of Hope, an advocacy close to our hearts. Pag-asa means hope in Filipino, and that's precisely what we aim to cultivate. Each of us has unique perspective to share, and after we've all spoken, I'll provide a summary. So let's begin.
Okay, so when I think about Project Pag-Asa, the first thing that comes to my mind is accessibility. It's a huge issue here in the Philippines, right? I mean, if you live in Metro Manila, you might have access to therapists, counselors, or mental health facilities. But what about our kababayans in the provinces, in the remote areas, or in the marginalized communities? They often don't have the same opportunities, right? That's why Project Pag-Asa is so crucial. It's not just about raising awareness, it's about actively working to bridge that gap and bring mental health services to the people who need them most. We're talking about things like telehealth initiatives, mobile clinics that travel to far-flung barangays, and community-based programs that are tailored to the specific needs of each area. It's about making sure that mental health care isn't a luxury or a privilege, but a basic right that's available to every single Filipino, regardless of where they live or what their socioeconomic status is, and that's something we should all be fighting for.
I want to focus the importance of early intervention, especially when it comes to our youth. The pressures that young Filipinos face today are immense, from academic stress to social media anxieties to family expectations. And unfortunately, many of them don't have the skills or the resources they need to cope with these challenges in a healthy way. So, Project Pag-Asa is working to address this by providing early intervention programs that teach young people how to manage stress, build resilience and develop healthy coping mechanism. We're talking about things like school-based counseling services, peer support groups and mental health literacy workshop that empower young people to take care of their mental well-being from a young age. And by investing in early intervention, we can prevent mental health problems from escalating and help young Filipinos not just survive. It's about giving them the tools that to build a strong foundation for a mentally healthy future.
Building on that, I really believe that Project Pag-asa is playing a vital role in changing the cultural narrative around mental health in the Philippines. To the generation, mental health has been a taboo topic, something that people are ashamed to talk about. There's so much stigma, so much misunderstanding, and so much fear associated with it. Project Pag-asa is challenging those outdated beliefs and encouraging us to have open and honest conversations about our mental well-being. It's about breaking down the walls of silence and creating a culture where it's okay to admit that you're struggling, where it's okay to ask to help, and where it's okay prioritize your mental health. This cultural shift is absolutely essential if we want to create a society where mental health is valued and supported. It's about changing the way we think and talk about mental health so that it becomes a normal part of our everyday lives, just like physical health.
From my perspective, Project Pag-Asa is all about community empowerment. It's about recognizing that mental health is not just an individual issue but a community issue, and that we all have a role to play in creating a more supportive and mentally healthier environment for everyone. Project Pag-Asa works with local leaders, community organizations, and volunteers to build capacity and promote mental health awareness at the grassroots level. This might involve training community health workers to recognize the signs of mental problems, organizing community events to raise awareness, or creating safe spaces where people can connect with each other and share their experiences. By empowering communities to take ownership of their mental health, we can create lasting, positive change that extends far beyond individual interventions. It's about building a network of support that can sustain mental well-being for generations to come.
And I believe that Project Pag-Asa is ultimately about hope. It's about giving Filipinos hope and that things can get better. That mental health problems are treatable and that there is support available. It's about showing them that they are not alone in their struggles and that there is a path. Project Pag-Asa entails hope by sharing success stories, providing access evidences, based treatments, and advocating for policies that support mental health. It's about creating a vision of a future where mental health is valued, where mental health is services are accessible to all, and where everyone has the opportunity to live fulfilling and meaningful life. Why this advocacy? Because I believe that mental health is the foundation of healthy society. In the Philippines, mental health issues are often made to feel ashamed, misunderstood, and sadly forgotten. Many individuals suffer in silence, lacking access to support and resource they desperately need. As future psychologists, we feel a responsibility to address this critical gap. In this advocacy, we have three main goals. First, education. To raise awareness about mental health, promote understanding through workshops, seminars, and social media campaigns. We want to create a safe space for open conversation. Second, access. To advocate increased access to affordable and equality mental health services, especially in underserved communities. We aim to partner with local organizations and healthcare providers to bridge the gap. Third, we have empowerment. To empower individuals to prioritize their mental being and seek help when needed, and become advocates for mental health in their own communities. We envision a society where mental health is valued and supported. Project Pag-Asa is more than just an advocacy. It is a movement. It's called to break the shame, give support, and grow hope for a brighter future for all Filipinos. Join us as we plant the seeds of hope and nurture nations where mental well-being is within reach for everyone. Thank you and have a blessed morning.